we're so happy and so proud to be here, and we're very excited to go out and do the last preparations today, and then to get going tomorrow in front of all of our people. It'll be another buzzing night at Freiburg Park with as close to sold out as we can get. So buzzing to be in that position now, all of us, and yeah, just excited.
I'm sure you had many reasons to come to Motherwell, but how big was moments like tomorrow night in your kind of judgment on why to come here?
Of course, it's a plus that we were in Europe, that Motherwell had made themselves go to the qualification rounds. I wouldn't say that was a deal breaker at all, to be honest, but a bonus.
And for you personally, how much do you enjoy how difficult it'll be to play against a team of Freiburg's calibre, to kind of test yourself and see how you can find a way to make the game go in Motherwell's favour?
I mean, I see it more than myself. I see more as me, the staff, the players together. We have a chance here to learn a lot and to try our best to do as good of a performance with as strong of a mentality as possible at home. And then obviously going down there to Germany, remembering that it's a two-leg. So no, it's a challenge that we want to use in the best possible way to try to improve, and that's how we go about it, and really pleased that we got this chance to try to do as good as we can.
And in terms of for you, is this one of the toughest challenges do you think you faced in your managerial career?
Yeah, I mean I would say so. I mean, last summer I was in the playoffs as well against Mainz, who also at the time was a very, very strong team. So it's definitely up there.
And last one from me, you talked last week about how important the energy was for that win over Helsinki at Freiburg Park. How vital is it again to have that tomorrow night?
To have the what, sorry?
The energy from the fans that you have.
Sorry. Yeah, no, massive. I mean, all of the games that we played, and I mean all of them, home and away. Friendlies at home against the Belgian side. I mean, it's just been incredible. It's just been incredible. And I mentioned on several occasions that energy that they produce in the stands, whether it be home or away, obviously it's special home. That's an energy that it transmits down to us in the pitch and in the dugout, and that total amount of energy that we can then can produce together, it's more than the energy that we can produce for ourselves. So it's massive, and it's just a pure joy to be involved in.
Alfred, you've been the non-CD team twice and gone through. Have you seen the belief in the players rise throughout their European ventures so far? When obviously there's a sense of unknown whatever game you go into against European opposition, but you seem to have grown and grown throughout those 4 games. I
would say so. I think the players have realised a couple of things. They've realised how good they are, and that they can, I can do this, and I can do this too. That's a very important feeling in terms of self-confidence, motivation, and so on. I think they've also seen it as a huge opportunity to become better. So being in this schedule every 3.5 days on average since we started, it's a big opportunity, and it's what the best clubs out there they are doing, and it's a skill that you need to learn as a club, as a player, as a staff. And that opportunity, I think we've so far made the most out of that.
In terms of, obviously, chances like this don't come very often, a playoff round, chance to get into group stage. As a footballer, what mindset do you have to get into when you've so much at stake, but the rewards are so great?
You have to be yourself. You have to be fearless, being the things that you're always doing. Some tweaks you always do going into every game, whether it's it doesn't matter the opponent or the cup or the Premiership or whatever. You always do tweaks for every opponent. We do that too for this game, And but the most important thing is that you have the confidence and the bravery to do the things that you normally do. Prioritize slightly different in some areas, yes, but still you have to be yourself. It doesn't make sense to be yourself and arrive to this point and then try to be something else. So that's important, and you have to be very demanding with yourself, physically and mentally, to be able to push yourself over limits. That's how you can punch above weight class. And I back my players to go into this game and do that once again.
In terms of the mentality, the approach to the game, on paper it seems like quite a mismatch. How do you get the mentality across to your players that this isn't just about experience or enjoying the tie? Like, this is a competitive match and there's only two teams that can win. Why can't it be Motherwell? How do you get that into the players?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I mean, I think the mentality is already in the group of players. So I don't think it's anything I need to instill going into these two legs. I think here in this moment, as a manager, you can make a mistake by making this something bigger or more different than any of the other games that you are playing, because even if it is a playoff, even if it is a big team, even if it is whatever, you can always find an angle. Then still you have to have the same focus as always as a player. If you start to focus on other things, you will then lose track of what is important and what helped you in all the other games. So I will just, even if from the outside world can look like something 10 times bigger, we will do standard procedure going into this game, and to maintain that, I think, is my biggest contribution. And then in the end, it's the players that gotta play the game, and they gotta have, okay, this is the way we're gonna do it. And many of the things that we will do, is things that we do always. So we just need to go on and do that, and try to maybe up the speed a little bit in some occasions. But okay, let's try. We've tried that in the last weeks, and we'll try it again. Try it our best, and I think that can be my biggest contribution to stay consistent.
In terms of the tactical approach and what you'll ask of your players tomorrow, do you think your best chance of staying competitive in this tie is to really take the game to your opponents, especially at home, try and score as many goals as you can, instead of maybe the tendency to try and keep it tight?
I think you put the question really black or white, and I don't think that it's possible. Yeah. It's a really good opponent that we'll face, and we can't expect to dominate the ball all the time. But that doesn't mean that we will only park the bus. So it's somewhere in between. In your question, it's something in between those two ends, and you will, against opponents, good opponents, we had to do that against Helsinki and Hibs as well, right? There is moments where you dominate, and there is moments where you have to dig real deep and suffer together and defend and close spaces, and so it's going to be one of those games as well, where we have to be spot on all of these things to do a result. But it's not either that or that you presented.